Hey y'all, I just I got thinking about this thing. We always picking on Chevrolets and all that. I just wanted to uh, reminisce, I guess. I thought about it on the way. I had to drive this one and put gas in it, and I just got thinking about my daddy, and I was thinking, you know, when he started his record service, what he could afford to buy was a '78 GMC. He started record service in 1980. He could afford to buy a '78 GMC. And then about 2 years later, he added a 1980 model Chevrolet rollback. So his first two trucks was a GMC and a Chevrolet. And after that, he drove those trucks for about 10 years. And then he started buying Fords after that because he could afford to buy what he wanted then. But when he started his business, he had to buy what he could afford. But the old Chevrolet, or the GMC, and I drove the Chevrolet a lot when I got my license. This would be unheard of in my opinion today. When I was 16 years old, I'd get out of school, I'd go to the shop, and in the summertime, I'd be over at the shop. He'd say, take that car and take the rollback, go deliver it to such and such a place. 16 years old, I'd jump in the truck, take off, and do it. I wouldn't put my 16-year-old in a truck like that and do it nowadays, but that was a while ago, and traffic wasn't near as bad as it is nowadays. But this old truck here, when my brother bought it, I think it was about 3 years ago. When he bought this truck, it was not this record bed. This is a better record bed than what was on it when he bought it. But it's a square body, and he texted me and told me he got a four-wheel drive record. And so I told my boy, I said, let's go see that truck. So we jumped in the car and we rode over here, and we come down the road, and my boy says, now wait a minute. He says, this ain't a Ford. Why are we getting so excited about it for? And I said, you got to understand. I said, this ain't about a Chevrolet or a Ford. This is about going back to a time when I was a teenager and didn't have a care in the world. And I'd jump in the truck and I'd go with my daddy, and we'd go ride around in the snow and get cars out of the ditch or pick up wrecks or whatever, and just, all that stuff. And it just takes me back to a day. And I drive down the road now, and it's like riding in Daddy's old GMC. It was a white truck with a red stripe, but it had red interior just like this one does. It's just like riding around Daddy's old GMC truck. It ain't as loud, but it's pretty close. Daddy's exhaust come out like that there too, and it's pretty close. And I know y'all seen this truck a lot, but that's the reason that we keep on messing with them, I guess. Because it takes us both back to when we was riding around with Daddy, picking up wrecks. Yeah, the old GMC, and it was a big block. It would run. Gracious day in the morning, that truck would run. He'd get a record call. He would throw the coal to that thing, and we would be flying going to a wreck, pick up, so we could get the road clear. And it was a big block. This one was a small block. That's the difference. The Chevrolet rollback we had was a small block, and it didn't have no power. This truck here's got more power than that Chevrolet rollback had. But the rollback that we got now is a lot bigger truck, and it's gonna be a big block. But yeah, that's the reason that these square bodies hold it. I probably wouldn't care about it that much if it would have been one of those newer Chevrolet trucks. So the square body, it brings me back to my youth, riding around with my daddy. And I just, I was riding down the road, and I was thinking, I'll make a video about that, because that's something, kind of give my daddy a little bit of a tribute.